Hi guys, today we are going to talk about our geodesic domes. We are going to show you guys how to assemble them. We are going to go step by step and show you guys everything. Let's go. We start with separating the studs. There are 5 different sizes. We start with separating them as A's, B's, C's, D's, and the door beams. There are 30 pieces of A's, 34 pieces of the B's, 68 pieces of the C's, 20 pieces of the D's, and 6 pieces for the door beams. We start by putting 10 C's and 4 B's. We started by putting 2 C's, 1 B, 2 C, 1 B, 2 C, 1 B, 2 C, 1 B. In total, it has 15 legs. So we have to make sure this looks at inside like this. This is how we put them up. And if we close it, we don't tighten it, we leave it loose. And then the next step is we bring 10 pieces of the D's. So we took 10 pieces of the D's, and this is what we do with them. We make V's. In total, we are gonna make 5 V's with the 10 pieces here inside. And then the next step is we bring 18 pieces of the C's inside, and we are gonna put them in between. So now we are done with the first stage. We put down 28 pieces in total, and we are done for the first stage. Now we will go to the second stage. Now it's time to bolt them together. So this is what we do. The D has to be on top, C has to be under it, and we just put it this way. And then we don't tighten it, we leave it loose. We start putting these up now. We put them again together, and then we don't tighten it, we leave it loose. You have to make sure that they're not tightened. You will need them later. You will have to add more studs, so make sure you don't tighten them. This is where the door is gonna be, here. So we leave this space for the door. You have to make sure that the short part is gonna be on the top. You need more space here in the bottom so that you can screw them together. And we brought 4 pieces for the door. And the door pieces don't have anything on them. There's only 6 of them. Now we brought 4. So the short part goes here like this. And then from here you screw it. And the long part gets attached to here. We have to make sure that the door piece, it has to be the first one. It goes like this. And then the second piece is this one, and this is the third piece, which is this piece that goes to the top, and that's it. You have to make sure the short part, the flash part, it has to be on the top. You have to have some gap in the bottom right here. Now we are ready for the second stage. We are gonna put 4 B's and 10 C's. So we started by B, we put one B, two C's, C, C, and then B again. And the next step is we bring 10 A's, 10 B's, and 10 C's inside. So we go as BA, BA again, and 2 C's. So we go as BA, BA, CC. And then same thing again. So the next step is we connect the two A's. We leave it loose, we don't tighten again. So we connected two A's, and then we connect the B and C together. So again, we started with A. We connected two A's, and then we connected B and C, and then B and C again, and then now again two A's. Door beam, the top one, you connect it with the B. Basically, you do your 5 angle. Now we put them all together, we connected them, and now we are gonna tighten them up, all of them. Now the next step is we brought 15 pieces of the A's, and we are gonna pick 3 of them and connect them with the A's. And the next step is we brought 5 of the D's here. So what we are gonna do is we are gonna connect the A's here, one A here, another A here, and then the next one is gonna be D. So we go as A, D, A, D, A, D, A, D, and A. So in total we use 5 pieces of the D's here. So we brought 10 pieces of the B's and 10 pieces of the C's inside, and we are gonna hook them up with, starting from here, B, C. We leave the A's, the short ones, empty. We don't put anything here. And then BC, BC. Again, we leave here, again, empty. We don't put anything here. BC, BC, pass. BC, BC, pass. BC, BC, pass. So basically what we are doing is we are doing the same process 5 times each time. So we go and do 5 times same process, and then we go to the next level and we do the same process again. B, and then we pass. And then we go and do the same thing again, CB. Another CB here. And then we pass again. So basically what you see here, that when you see the angle, you pass these. And now we are done, and we are going to the next stage. And in this stage, we connect the B's and A's together. And as we connect them, another help tightens the bottom. So in the first one, we connected B, A, B. And the second one here, we connected 2 C's together. So now we are connecting 2 C's again together. So basically what we are doing in this stage, we are doing 5 BAB and 5 C's. That's what we do, we connect them. And again we go as ABA, and then ABA, CC, ABA, CC, 5 times. So the top of the door has to be C on top of C, another C. And we are done. Now he can tighten them up. So what we did here, we put like these A's, AA and then C, AA and then C. So the next one is gonna be, we brought 10 pieces of the C's, and we are only gonna put C's here. We are gonna connect the C's on the top, and that's how we are gonna do it. And now we brought 10 pieces of the C's and 5 pieces of the D's here. So we are gonna put as C, C, D, C, C, D, C, C, D, C, C, D. In total, we put 10 pieces of the C's and 5 pieces of the D's. And then we just connect them, we make a circle, and we'll be done. So we are now at the closing stage. What we are gonna do is we are gonna connect the C, C, and the D is in the middle. We are gonna connect them together. Now we are at the last stage. Now we are gonna we have 5 pieces of the B's and 5 pieces of the A's left. Now we are gonna make a circle with the B's, only B's, and then we are gonna put the A's on top of them. Now we put the B's up. We put 5 B's, and now we're just gonna put the last 5 pieces of the A's, and we'll be done. Now we connected the A's. We had 5 of them. We connected them with the B's, and we are now gonna join them together, and then we are gonna be done with the framing. So now we are at the stage of putting the tent up, and what we want to do here is we want to make sure there is something laying on the floor so we don't get the tent scratched, and also the PVC. As we're unfolding the tent, we have to make sure the door is lined up closer to the door, the tent part, the door part of it has to be close to the door. That's gonna make our job so much easier. And now, as we're gonna put the tent up, what we wanna do here is we wanna make sure we have 2 guys standing on top of the frame, and we are gonna pass the tent to them, and they're gonna pull it up. And another helper, he has to be in the middle here. Our friend in the middle is gonna help them to pull it up, and we also have to push from here, from the bottom, making sure they have a good grip. And now we are gonna move the tent to line up the door here. So we put up the tent now, and now another thing we have to make sure here is that this side has to be behind the bar so it doesn't show the shins. And also this won't be visible once we stretch the tent, because we haven't stretched it yet. We are gonna saw it and then we are gonna stretch it. When we stretch it, this line won't be visible and it's gonna be hidden behind the bar. Now we put up the tent. Now what we wanna make sure of is that we don't want tent to fly away. We want it to be stable. So we just tie up from one side to another side between the door. That's gonna make our job easier, but this is only temporary. We are gonna remove this after we put the ropes around the tent. So we start from here, sawing it. So this is basically what we are gonna do. We have to stretch it. It has to be tight. We make sure it's not loose. Around here, this is gonna be invisible once it's stretched properly. You can see some, like this wrinkles and stuff, but it's temporary because the tent was packed and we unpacked it now, and it's because of that it has some temporary wrinkles, but they will all go away in a couple of days. And this is our installation here. This is how we put them. This is just an example. So this one here is cut in V shape, a triangle shape, and we put it in between the bar and the tent, and that's basically it. So one thing we have to make sure of, this is very important, the roof. You see there is a circle there, it has to be in the middle. That's how you know if your dome is even. If it's not in the middle of the circle, then you might have to redo the whole thing. It might be a problem. So once you're done with the stretching, the dome and everything, so this is what you do to put the door on after. So you push down the rope, you pull up the tent, and this is where you screw the door right here.